Yesterday was 2 months to the day since Charlie Kirk was murdered in a public execution, and leftist protesters chose to mark the day by showing up at a Turning Point event to taunt conservatives with pure hatred. Last night marked the end of what was supposed to be Charlie's tour across college campuses, an event he absolutely loved and for which he prepared hours and hours and hours on end prior to their beginning. As you know, after he was murdered, conservatives like Michael Knowles, Tucker Carlson, yours truly, and many others stepped in to host those events in his honor. I think most of us who went out there had been previously booked to do them with Charlie, and others perhaps not. But I don't know, it's just one of the things that made it so profound, I guess, to be out there on the stage, because it was supposed to be a joint event. It was supposed to be something that we did together. And he's only been gone 2 months. It's hard to believe how much has changed in those 2 months. It's hard to believe just how disgustingly vile the left has gotten. Honestly, like I don't know, I knew they were like not great. Not sure I would have anticipated such large swaths of the left celebrating and even reveling in his assassination. There's something deeply wrong with these people. Charlie chose the University of California, Berkeley, birthplace of the campus free speech movement, though it hasn't been living up to that for quite some time, to be his last stop. Independent journalist Andy Ngo reporting the protests were organized by the violent Antifa group, quote, by any means necessary. That's what they call themselves, but it's Antifa. They showed up with signs like this one. Kirk said death penalties should be public, quick, and televised. Congrats, bro. Fucking douchebags. Another sign held by two protesters with their faces covered and one wearing a keffiyeh scarf reads, drown fascism in the sea of resistance. And in front of them on the sidewalk, a pile of soiled freedom shirts like the one Charlie was wearing when he was killed. Another protester, again with her face covered in a keffiyeh, holding a sign that reads, Charlie Kirk berated black people, rest in piss. What kind of an idiot is that? What the fuck is that? He berated black people. He berated no one. He had spirited on-campus debates with blacks, whites, Latinos, Asians, you name it, you absolute Nimrod. She clearly knows nothing about Charlie, his beliefs, or his practices. Just another ignorant, stupid Ivy League college student. Protesters also chanting, fuck your dead homie, over and over.
Dead homie, fuck your dead homie, fuck your dead homie, fuck your dead homie, dead homie, fuck your dead homie, fuck your dead homie, fuck your dead homie.
And there's a person pointing to his neck or hers, ambiguous, over and over on the left side, understanding that he's caught on camera. It's unbelievable. How many of these do we have to see to understand that they're reveling in Charlie's death? They want more people killed on the right. It's, of course, the same gesture that Chicago elementary school teacher Lucy Martinez made at a recent No Kings protest. And just a reminder, she's apparently still employed by the school, and they're perfectly fine by that. They're fine with that. They love Lucy Martinez. Great. Per the news outlet The Berkeley Scanner, several protesters passing by police officers telling the officers to kill themselves or others, saying, you have a gun, use it wisely. 5 individuals were arrested in relation to various altercations with police and protesters. One fight broke out after a Kirk supporter selling freedom T-shirts was attacked and wound up bleeding heavily from his face. Watch this.
Fuck you, fascists!
Fuck you, fascists!
Fuck you, fascists!
Fuck you, fascists!
Break it up! Break it up!
This poor guy, he was getting the living shit kicked out of him by these lunatics. Police were not sure what started it. Some said the Kirk supporter shouted a racial slur, but later footage was released that showed a violent protester yanked his cross necklace off from around his neck. And can I tell you something? I watched the whole lead up to that, at least what was posted online. It was like 8 minutes. And the guy had been standing there just holding up the Freedom shirts and other shirts, Charlie Kirk type branded merch. And everyone around him was aggressive. My first thought in watching it was they sound like they're about to get violent. Like, it did not sound like your average college campus douche. They sounded angry, and they sounded like they were getting ready to hurt him. And sure enough, they did. It's amazing. However, there was a silver lining, the most amazing part of all, which was that every single person who stood in that line to support Charlie Kirk never left. The taunting, the cursing, the screaming, the death threats, they were undeterred. We saw explosions. They were lighting off some sort of pipe bombs or flares. No one left. The event was sold out, and this was the crowd inside. It's the one time of year that Birch Gold Group gives away free gold with every qualifying purchase. That's right, for Black Friday, when you convert an existing IRA or 401k in whole or in part into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold, Birch Gold will send free gold to your home for every $20,000 purchased. Gold started this year around $2,600 an ounce. By October, it was over $4,000 an ounce. Why? Global uncertainty. 2025 has been defined by trade wars. Central banks are pulling from the US dollar as the global reserve currency, and military tension continues to build. Gold thrives in times of uncertainty, and if you are looking to diversify your savings, Birch Gold can help you. Plus, now through November 30th, get free gold with a qualifying purchase. Just text MK to the number 989898 to claim your eligibility and for our free info kit on gold. But your opportunity for free gold with purchase will end on November 30th. So don't wait. Text MK to the number 989898 for full details. Message and data rates may apply. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.